Chelsea's transfer window has been a whirlwind of activities these past couple of windows as they asserted their dominance in the market, leaving their competitors in the dust with a string of impressive signings. Enzo Fernandez, Mikhailo Modric, and Nkunku from RB Leipzig were just a few of the notable names who joined the Premier League giants within the past year. Surprisingly, though, amidst the splurge of the outsiders, it's the homegrown talent that could provide to be proven for Chelsea reinforcements. One such player is Levi Colwill, a highly acclaimed youngster who spent last season on loan at Brighton, who is now destined to find his place in the squad at Chelsea, especially now with Wesley Fofana out for the rest of the season. So why is Colwill so unique? What sets Colwill apart and adds uniqueness to his profile is the fact that he's a left-footed player. In today's football landscape, left-footed players, especially center backs, have become highly sought after and considered valuable assets in the world of football. Colwill's unique skill sets him apart, and his playstyle make him a notable player to watch out as he continues to develop and showcase his talent on the field. Colwill's most potent asset undoubtedly lie in the ball possession skills. As a left-footed center back, the 20-year-old brings a unique dimension to his team's playing style. Among the coaches in the world football who know best how to harness this unique tool is Brighton's Robert De Zerbi, who made an excellent fit for the Seagulls' competitive playing philosophy. To excel in such a system, Cole had to exhibit versatility in his approach and maintain a strong foundation in his defensive abilities. And fortunately, he possesses both those qualities. These are qualities that Pochettino will have to develop even more and continue to make Colwill that much better. In Brighton's predominantly forward-the-back system, Colwill operates on the left center back, which shoulders the responsibility of significantly progressing and linking up tasks. However, it doesn't solely rely on passing to advance the ball. Instead, he exhibits the adventurous approach, often dribbling forward to disrupt opponents' defensive structure. His on-the-ball activity primarily revolves around the left half space, acting as a pivot for his team's attacking moves. Yet Colwill's versatility enables him to drift wider on the occasion to provide coverage or exchange positions, and he even ventures forward to join the forward line and contribute in creating chances in the final third. As a result, he proves to be a valuable asset throughout all phases of the game. This is something that Chelsea have been known to do throughout the years, having certain CBs join the attack, especially on set pieces. Now, focusing on the top progression, let's delve into two main ways Colwill advances play, through dribbling runs and through his passing ability. Colwill fearlessly carries the ball from his defensive third when the opportunity presents itself, which has become a prominent aspect of his ball-on activity. Where the discussion revolves around the balance between risk and reward, what's remarkable is that at just 20 years old, he exhibits a high level of composure and maturity beyond his age, making him patient and calculate in his decisions. He avoids rushing into actions and maintains a risk-averse approach, yet with a healthy dose of adventurous spirit. When it comes to his dribbling runs, Colwill's physical and technical prowess synergizes perfectly. His robust physical and powerful strides make it challenging for opponents to halt his progression, allowing him to cover open space rapidly. While not traditionally a dribbler, he can swiftly exploit gaps in opposing defenses. When given space, Colwill seizes the opportunity to attack, naturally drawing markers to his position. This in turn creates opening elsewhere on the pitch, affording his teammates more room to maneuver. This is great for players such as Nkunku, who loves to find pockets of space to be creative and advance the ball into the final third of the pitch. As a left-footed player in the back two, Colwill's proficiency in exploiting angles and executing actions with quality greatness aligns with Pochettino's football philosophy. His passing accuracy further emphasizes this skill, with an impressive 90.31 overall passing accuracy and 84.71 accuracy in forward passings in the current Premier League season. Remarkably, Colwill's passing remains equally impressive whether he has time or as he's under pressure. His quick decision-making and efficiency ball control enable him to deploy passes with just one or two touches. He definitely sets up his position for a one touch and then deploys the pass with the other, or he strategically allows the ball to roll across his body until he finds the ideal angle to continue play. Colwill's exceptional left foot is undoubtedly a strength, but it also exposes a notable weakness in his profile, his one-footedness. While it is out of his passing ability, having reached an elite level, he still faces challenges with some in and out sequences. Unless he has a perfect position in his body to exploit the angle efficiently, managers like Pep Guardiola will use this to their advantage to create errors when possible. Nevertheless, Colwill compensates for this limitation by showing good awareness of how to move correctly to open up passing channels that were previously closed. This ability stems from two interconnected aspects: his understanding of space around him and his grasp of team structure. During his time at Brighton, they often employed the third man concept to access difficult areas on the pitch, emphasizing the importance of finding free players in pockets within opposing defensive setups. Sometimes this can be achieved with a single penetrating pass, which Colwill exceeds at. However, on other occasions, it's necessary of a sequence of well-drilled passes involving multiple players across different areas of the pitch. This has been one of the differences at Chelsea from last season to this season. Pochettino wasted zero time to begin his type of style, where players are demanded to continue to move on and off the ball to continue to create open channels for players at any given moment. Colwill's frequent connection with his left foot wide players are a notable aspect of his game. How he accesses them, however, depends on his opposition defensive block. The most common pattern involves receiving the ball, carrying it forward, and then linking up with his teammates on the left flank. In case there's a direct route he is blocked, he tries to play it by dribbling into the midfield or dropping the ball to the midfielder or the pivot, who then can distribute the ball wide out to those players. These sequences showcase Colwill's ability to create passing lanes where none existed before, exemplifying the importance of solid foundation to successfully execute his role. It's remarkable to note his willingness to always have the ball at his feet and his confidence in retaining possession. Colwill's temperament and maturity on the ball are evident in his approach. He avoids rushing at high-risk, high-reward actions and instead patiently waits for opposition to make their move. When baiting the opposition press, the center back positions themselves to stagger, providing each and other safety nets in case the plan encounters challenges. This aspect of his game is highly praised by Pochettino at Chelsea. Though it should be stated that Colwill's proficiency in clearances, particularly aerial ones, is a notable trait worthy of mentioning. Instead of aimlessly booting the ball out of harm's way, he frequently attempts to direct his headers towards his teammates. This approach is complementable and helps his teammates retain possession and maintain control of the game. When executed successfully, it provides efficient and relieving defensive pressure, initiating attacking moves. However, this tactic also comes with its share of risk, especially when overused. There are instances where attempting these precision clearances may not be the best course of action, and Colwill needs to recognize it and approach these plays such passes and when it's safer to clear the ball away from danger without any added risk. By forcing these scenarios too often, there's a chance of losing possession in critical areas on the pitch, potentially putting the team in vulnerable defensive positions. Find the right balance between attempting precision clearances and making the pragmatic decision to clear the ball safely when necessary is crucial for Colwill's development as a defender. While Colwill may not necessarily top every defensive metric, context is essential to understanding his defensive contributions fully. Defensive metrics can be challenging to interpret, especially for teams that dominate possession. However, Colwill doesn't engage in numerous defensive duels, both on the ground and in the air. He exceeds at when he does participate and boasts above average successful rates, marking that he's achieving this throughout resorting to frequent fouls, adding to the impressiveness of his defensive prowess. On top of that, Colwill's defensive prowess extends beyond his speed and physical power. His ability to read the game, anticipate opponents' interactions, plays a pivotal role in his success. Knowing when to move and be accurate aware of the opposition's position, the actions are essential qualities of an elite defender, and Colwill demonstrates competency in this aspect. He maintains a high level of situational awareness, frequently scanning his surroundings to stay in control of the defensive situation. As Colwill continues to gain experience and develop his defensive acumen, he's likely to become an even more formidable force at heart of Chelsea's backline. His combination of physical attributes, tactical intelligence, and tenacity positioning him as a promising young talent with immense potential for his future. In conclusion, Cole's multi-dimensional skills make him a valuable asset for both Chelsea's possession-based attacking play and their defensive organization. As he continues to develop and gain experience, he's likely to become an even more integral part of the team's tactic approach and defensive stability. If you enjoyed this video, please give this a like and share it with anyone that you think will enjoy it. That's it, and we will see you in our next video.